welcome to the Lizzie Show. It is a day like no other day. It is a Monday, but it's a lot like a Thursday because tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and all of us should have Wednesday off. So, it's the only Monday. That's a good Monday. So is next Monday, because the same thing. You have work for 2 days, you're off, then you have work for 2 days. So you don't dread a 5-day work week. That's what I like. That's how I see it. That's how my consciousness likes to take the situation and make it feel good. Make it feel glorious. Now, as I exist and I think about what I really want to talk with you about, I said, what do I know about? Do I know about anything? Am I an expert at anything? Can I help anyone with any type of problem? I said yes. There is one problem or one situation that I might be able to help a small group of people with. This is very niche. This is very specific to people who like to save cats. Now, this video is specifically about how to make your stray stay. How to make your stray stay. Now, before I fully dive into the topic of this video, first I must wipe my nose with my finger. How ladylike. 2, I must tell you this. We have 2 cats, but I'm going to start with the most recent addition to our home, which is made a home by our cats. Now, if you have been with me through this journey, it has started in a very sporadic, chaotic way, but through chaos, there is order. There is order within the chaos. Now, how to make a stray stay? First, we have to make sure that the stray wants to stay. You have to pick up on a vibe that this stray looked at you and said, I want to stay. How do you know? Well, it'll be a day like any other day. Perhaps you're coming home from work, you're coming home from a walk, you're coming home from doing any kind of chore, which makes you leave the house and then come back to the house. And as you come back to the house, there's a cat. Now, it's not a feral cat. A feral cat you cannot get near. They're not interested in humans. They're feral. Can't touch them, can't get near them. A stray cat means that they once had a home, but someone kicked them out, dropped them off, abandoned them. Shame on you. Shame on you. You should go to prison, okay? There should be a prison for people who abandon their animals. That's a different topic. What we're trying to focus on is how to be the divine human being that will intervene into this situation because number 1, you love animals. Number 2, you love cats. And number 3, there is room in your home for another. So now you're thinking, wow, there's a stray cat and we just made eye contact. This stray cat is on top of a garbage pail, starving, meowing, meow, 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 so hungry. Your heartstrings are being tugged at and you're like, no, we're gonna get this cat fed right now. And the cat at first, he or she is a little bit, hesitant, a little bit, and then it takes about a minute or 2 and they're in your lap. They're scarfing up that dry food like it's wet food. And before you know it, you have yourself a stray that potentially might stay forever. But you, as the divine intervention human, will have to sustain these behaviors to keep this cat to stay. Number 1, You fed the cat. That's it. That memory is permanently in their head, locked in, like the best memory they've ever had their whole life. Because now, it doesn't matter if you live in a house that looks like 20 other houses, they're going to know your house because you're the house that fed them. So now you fed the cat. You said, okay, where's this cat going to go? You can't just bring the cat inside your house right away, because to make the stray stay, you got to make sure it doesn't have fleas. It doesn't have, any kind of things on it that you don't want to bring in your house. So number one, how to make a stray stay: get them a cat bowl and feed them fancy feast. Get them some good food and start to spoil them. Even get them some churro, because listen, they're on the street, they were abandoned, they're traumatized. You would be traumatized too. So give them something to enjoy in their life that so far has had a lot of trauma and a lot of sadness, and no one to turn to. No one to turn to, no one to call, no one to help. And now you're the divine being that's gonna perhaps turn this little being into your new loving family member. So, step one, feed them, give them water, him or her. Number two, give them a cozy place to stay. Now, depending on what your budget is, it's going to either have to be a cardboard house, or if you're really rich, you can order. I say rich because to put $100 or $200 down, you got to be doing well. Like $200 down on, let's say, a cat house in Amazon, you got to put together. Otherwise, you can be very handy and make one out of a box. Or if you're even handier and you have a place to put, you're a woodworker, you can make a wooden house. So now, you got to get the stray food. Then you got to get them a house, an outdoor house. Next, call the vet and make an appointment for them ASAP. Because now, you got to get them fully vaccinated, get their blood work checked, make sure they don't have feline AIDS, leukemia, ringworm, roundworm, all the worms, they don't have it, right? So now once you got that done, you got to make sure, this is a big investment, but don't worry, the Lord is watching. You get them a nice, high quality collar, a flea collar. Are you with me? Food, an outside home, an appointment at the vet, and a collar. So now, while you're waiting for that appointment at the vet, make sure to greet your outside cat, which now has a name. The name you will give it to the cat. It could be a name like Milo. I decided my cat was going to be a Milo. Milo, Milo, Milo. You adorable, cute little thing, you. Let's not forget, he also had to get fixed. So now we are on the waiting game. We had to wait and anticipate the best day is when finally you get them to the vet and they get fixed. Because now they can't wait to get inside your home. They've been looking forward to this day. They've been fantasizing about it, dreaming about it. They've been telling the other strays about it. And they said, I'm sorry, Larry. I'm sorry. Whatever. What's another good cat name? Whatever. He's telling the gang, sorry. There's only room for me. That's okay. You don't have to take every single cat in. One cat is enough. That's enough. You only have enough time and attention for one cat. Maybe two if there's two people in the house. Three, I've never had three. This car's shaking because I'm afraid I won't have the time and attention for them. So how to make a stray stay is very simple. You feed them. You continuously feed them. You get them a cat collar. You make sure they have an appointment at the vet. After you see they're clean, you get them vaccinated, fully vaccinated. Then, dun 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 dun, they are fixed. Once they are fixed and they're neutered and they're spayed, they're gonna stay. Now comes the best part. Now it's time to introduce the toys, the catnip and the delicious food, which happens on a consistent basis. And now you get to cuddle with them on the sofa, or you get to watch them enjoy their life in different spots around the house. And you said, wow, I was born for a reason. I'm taking care of this little guy, little girl. They no longer have to suffer. They don't have to be outside and worry about, having terrible fights with other cats, coyotes, getting hit by a car, getting sick, starving, feeling alone. So now, the second part of this video, which I'm not an expert yet because we're not there yet, is how to get two cats to get along. Well, right now I have two cats on two different levels. I don't mean that metaphorically, I mean literally, they're on two different levels. Little Mama, who actually was also abandoned. She was abandoned by someone who adopted her from the Humane Society in Wisconsin. And she was originally from Oklahoma. And if she were to talk, she'd be like, well, I thought I finally had a home. And then once again, I was kicked out on the town. But we found her. We got a paperwork from the people who abandoned her because she was scratching the new furniture. She's the sweetest thing. She doesn't scratch anything. That's wrong. You don't do that. People, don't adopt an animal if you care about furniture. I don't care as long as it's comfortable. Just get the cat scratches. So part 2 will be when we finally get them to get along. But right now she's upstairs, he's downstairs, and he gets to roam free. The only time that we keep him in his little cat spot is when we go to sleep at night. Yeah, well, makes me feel good to give him a home. He's very, very sweet. He loves to play, loves. And it makes me feel like, you know what? My life made a little difference, a big difference in someone else's life. I say someone else because life is life. I could have been born a cat. I could have been born anything. Here I am, whoop-de-doo. So let me make a difference with my life. And it happens to be that I like cats. And this was a very friendly cat. We're not talking about a stray cat who was biting and hissing. No. Like a little angel. An angel. So that's it. That's all I have to say about how to make a stray stay. I got a weird turn right now. It's like one of those weird, sharp turn. This is the kind of turn that when there's ice on the road, you're like, I'm gonna slide right off into the ditch. Take it slow. But when it's not icy out, you go a little bit faster. We're at that time of year again. This morning, thank you God, had 2 deers cross my path. And I went like that to the deers. I said, go. Thank you, Lord. We didn't interact with each other. One went, the other went, and I said, this is why you got to do the speed limit. This is my message to you. Do the speed limit, because if you're going over the speed limit, you're going to hit the deer, and you're not going to be able to slow down. For all my fellow impatient people who like speed, the need for speed. Well, that's it. I feel great today. It's a good day. My work day was good, nice and easy. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, but it's like a Friday for me, so it's wonderful. Now, the next video I'll have something else to talk about, but I won't know what it is till then. You all have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas. And that's it. I feel great. That's it. That's all I have to say. This video, I'd rather talk about something than nothing. It might be silly and corny and cheesy, but it's alright. right? At least it's positive and not negative, right? Milo's doing so good. He's been fixed. Today's what, the 23rd? 13 days now. He's doing so good. He had one accident. That was it. Done. You know, the basement. He's trauma from the basement, but he doesn't go to the basement anymore. That's my gym. He doesn't, even when I'm working out, he doesn't come down there. He's not interested. Who knows? I don't know what his life was before me. Maybe they kept him in the basement and, you know, ignored him. But he's so friendly. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, we were put in each other's path for a reason. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. If you can't see the reason right now, the reason will come to you later on in your life. That is my message for today. You all enjoy